Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the Straightjacket podcast. Podcast 279. We're nearly at the 280 mark, and then there'll be 20 more podcasts until 300 podcasts on this channel. Been a journey, you know what I mean? But we're here, and it feels like we're still talking about the problems at Man United. But we're here, people. We're here, man.
We got a special guest today, man. Our queen, our sister.
Mina.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say Musa. I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say
Musa's...
saying is that how the internet's been moving. I'm a special guest.
Yo, and we got our king as well. We got our king with a sound, no problem. Big up to my brother.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man. But we got Mina joining us on the Straightjacket podcast. You know what I mean? She's gonna say it's an honor and whatnot, but listen,
it is an honor. Listen, I watch every Monday, man. It's an honor to be here. Join Saeed, new studio settings, Mr. Structure himself. Come on, it's an honor. It's an honor.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Big up Musa in the building. You know what I mean? He's on the laptop today. No sound issues today. Alhamdulillah. You got a clean setup, man. Clean setup in the background, bro.
Normally I run away from work early, try to make it back, and that's when it goes left.
Yeah. Nah, big up, man. Big up to everyone here. And obviously Nuruddin is here. You know what I mean? How you doing, Nuruddin, man? You know what I mean? What are you saying, bro?
Thank the Lord. Thank Allah I didn't go down there. Somebody texted me last minute. They were like, come on, get in the car. We're going. Come on. Let's go. Got the ticket, got everything. And they even said they got the food sorted. You know what I mean? All of that. And I was like, nah.
Yep.
I'm not going there to get embarrassed. But we did get embarrassed. Even when we won.
Exactly, man. So, listen, man, we're here anyway, man. But everyone who's locked in, you know what I'm trying to say. And you know what's mad as well? I gave away my ticket as well because I was like, I'm not going there because I know what's coming around the corner. So I give my ticket away as well. And nobody wanted it. Most people didn't want the ticket because they were like, yo, United don't want to be embarrassed. So it is what it is, man. So big up to everyone who's locked in. There's over 400 of you in the building. Get the likes up right now. Smash it up. Make sure you follow up everyone's channels. Mina, Nuruddin Musa as well, even though he don't post anymore because United. He said when United get better, he's gonna post, but
Listen,
you don't know when it's gonna get better.
I was waiting for the guys in Qatar. Was it the Qatari guys?
Yeah.
As soon as they let me down, I said, "Yeah, I'm at the game, man. I'm at the game."
Yeah, man. But Andy, I'll call you later on as well, man. I forgot to call Andy, man. He went all the way there, man. Shout out to Andy in the building. But let's start off with you, Musa, man, and then we get Mina's opinion and then obviously Nuruddin. But are you still recovering from yesterday, man? Or are you just kind of like, are you immune to the situation right now?
Remember, Said, that we were 4 games into the season when I spotted a chink in the arm of Eric Ten Hag, and I told you from the get-go that something's not right with our manager in terms of his approach to the game, how he was talking about the players. I think from early on, he tried to throw the players under the bus, talk about they're not doing what he's asking them to do, and I just said that something's not right because a lot of the time when I talk about Eric Ten Hag and I talk about the manager and we talk about we haven't got the Eric Ten Hag of Ajax. I always say to you, look, we haven't got the Eric Ten Hag of last season. Like, let's forget about Ajax. Just give me the Eric Ten Hag from last season and how he approached the game, his mannerisms, his behavior. I think, I just saw something from early on. So ever since then, to be honest, this is why I coined him with the concussed manager, because I just felt like he fell into that concussion and he didn't get out of it. And I kept on saying I was hoping that he would recover, get back to the manager that I saw last season, and that we could go on to try and do something. Compete, maybe we're asking for a bit too much. But if you look at the type of points that we're off the top 4, it's just some silly losses that we've had in and around the season, some draws, and we're not really that far off. So I thought that minimum we were looking at a top 4 finish and trying to go again, but I think since then it's kind of got worse than what I actually thought that it was. And looking at Eric Ten Hag now and looking at the season and where it's gone, yesterday could have happened in a good season, meaning we've had a lot of games, we've played well in the league, we might have gone to the latter stages of the Champions League, and then we have an off game in the semi-finals, but we still go through. And as a fan base, we're not that fuming because we got the job done. But when you put everything in totality and where we are, for me, it's just what I saw coming. So like yesterday, I wasn't even fussed. I was just watching the game on the WhatsApp group with the man, them just laughing.
Bro, WhatsApp watch along.
WhatsApp watch along, and just watching some of your moments. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know what people expect, because I think the club and the team as a whole is that much on their face. I just don't see Man United doing anything other than what we've been seeing, and I don't think it should be a surprise. And I don't want to keep on going on about the manager. It is what it is. I just feel like I'm just waiting to see what this new Man United looks like under Ineos. Do they make the right decisions? Do they pull the right plugs? Or is it going to be a bit more of the same? So really, my focus right now is on Ineos, because I feel like Eric Ten Hag has taken a lot of the shift away from them and what they're actually doing and what they're preparing. I think a lot of us are just like on the manager, on the playing squad. And I feel like Ineos is kind of just, I don't know what they're doing. They're going for people that are not able to come in the job straight away. And then when we look at Ashworth in terms of as an individual and what he's going to bring to the club, I don't even see him as someone that you stake all your eggs on, for lack of better words, and don't go and get someone who's available now who can come on. Like, is this a man that you sit down for the best part of maybe up until the end of the year, January, if he doesn't come in September? I don't see that. So I'm looking at Ineos and I'm looking at some of the moves that they're making, some of the managers that we're being linked to because of their connections. And to me, it's dodgy, my brother.
There's a by the way, there's a tweet that apparently exclusive news. Eric Ten Hag will be effectively be on trial over the next month as Man United new technical director Jason Wilcock conducts an audit over the manager's credentials and dressing room relationship before the club makes a decision on the Dutchman's future. Mina, what do you think to that? And just in general, like, do you think he's on trial? What's your how are you feeling like after hearing that and whatnot? What are you saying?
I think Ten Hag has been on trial since Ineos have come in. It's not something that's magically started last month. It's not something that's magically just started recently. Since Ineos have come in, or since they knew they were coming in, they've definitely been watching. I think Erik ten Hag shouldn't stay because of the Champions League run. And I said that after the Champions League. No manager would have survived that. No manager should have survived that at Manchester United, that poor Champions League spell that United had. Some people might argue that, you know, it was solely on Andre Onana and the errors that he made. But the manager, unfortunately, in football is responsible for the results. The manager is responsible for that. With Ineos coming in, and Musa kind of put out a good point. I've always been under the impression that when Ineos came in, I thought, regardless of what happens in the season, however far United got in the Premier League, FA Cup, etc., I thought Erik ten Hag would leave, just because I thought they would not come in and assess. I think Ineos have assessed the issue before they actually officially brought the club. When they were probably in the process of buying the club, they definitely had their plans laid out, because it's evident that they knew who they wanted their CEO to be. They know who they want their sporting director to be. They know who they want their director of recruitment to be. They know who they want their head of academy to be. So do they know who they want their manager to be? 100%. 100%. You don't, I mentioned this earlier on my stream, you don't come into a house and strip the whole yard down, you know, rebuild it brick by brick, paint the walls, do new flooring, but you leave dead furniture in the house, or you leave the same furniture from the last house. You don't do that. You change everything from top to bottom. And it's unfortunate for Erik ten Hag, because last year the whole argument was, well, if he had the structure above him, he wouldn't have to take on the responsibility of transfers and all of that stuff. But then you look at the injury problems, which this year is the argument that a lot of people have is, 60 plus injuries, etc. But this is a manager that has mentioned before in the past that he likes a squad of 14 to 15 people. That's not doable for a team that is playing 60 plus games, plus players who are going out on international duty. You need way more than 14, 15 regular starters in your team to be able to challenge for the title, challenge in the Champions League, to do all of that. Now, outside of that, just on yesterday's performance, and congratulations, United got through to another FA Cup final. You know, the women and the men's team did it 2 consecutive years. That's a positive. But really and truly, that is the only positive that I can take from it. And I don't rate certain players, but you see people like Maguire coming out, who's been he's bared a lot of brunt in the last couple of years from United fans. First thing he does, go over to players, shake their hands. You have Anthony cupping his ears after the manager didn't even trust you to take a penalty. The manager didn't trust you to take a penalty, and you're there cupping your ears to Coventry, who were a toenail away from knocking Manchester United. Wallahi, he said it. The Coventry manager said it. He said it. The Coventry manager said it. He said if Haji Wright had clipped his toenails before the game, he wouldn't have been offside. Can you believe that? That's what he said after the game. So Anthony is shameless, but just generally speaking, this whole saga, I'm not buying it that Erik ten Hag is on trial. He's been on trial for the last 5-6 months. And he's failed. He's failed epically. We could talk about, you know, the players. People are going to talk about Rashford, the down toolings, etc. But at the end of the day, the responsibility lands on the manager, and you can't shy away from that argument. You can't.
You know, but this is the thing, though. For me, I think everybody's responsible. But when you see patterns emerging, and you keep seeing this happening every single time, like, bro, I feel like when you have a leader and you have someone you believe in. Like, I looked at the goal. Did you see the Wan-Bissaka penalty, by the way? When the penalty happened, look at Bruno's body language. Look at Rashford. Look at everyone. They just walk away from the penalty. They're not even like saying, yo, like, right, is this even a penalty? What's going on? How we look? Like, bro, they might walk away because they know it just happens. We become like bottle jobs. And that stems from the manager. The substitutions. I bet they disagree with half of the substitutions that are happening right now. Like they probably think to themselves, bro, what's this substitution? Why is this guy coming on right now? Why is Anthony coming on? Why is this player coming on? You know, why is Rashford not going off? Let's be honest. So they fundamentally disagree with a lot of the manager decisions. So then they probably down tools, which shouldn't happen, by the way, but it does. And then they can't be asked. And then what happens is it's free fall. Free fall happens. You know, and I just look at it thinking, it stems from the manager because he sets the tone. Right, boys. Like, get stuck in. You know, looking at Emery, you're looking at all the managers, like, they believe in what they're doing. This manager just glum. And that's my issue.
Can I just say quickly on the manager, he's changed his tone from last year to this year. Last year, when he would criticize players, he would do it in a way where it's more motivating. This year, he's downright saying these players can't do what I'm telling them to do. So it's
Bro.
like, you know, have you guys, this is for my Africans in particular, yeah? Have you ever had them, when you misbehave at home and your mom can't control you or your parents can't control you, so they start saying they're going to tell your family members what you're doing to embarrass you, so that you can stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is the tactic that he's moved from. He's moved from criticizing them in a way to push them, and when they don't react to that, it's okay, I'm just gonna full out call it what it is. And he said that it's an achievement to reach 2 finals, and in the last decade United have only reached 3. I think that's actually a dig at the team that he has. He's saying it's an achievement for me, similar to when Jose said, you know, finishing second was the best. He's basically digging at these lot, saying it's the best that I can do with these players. That's why it's an achievement.
That is taking a piss, man. I mean, Nuruddin, how are you feeling? I don't know if you don't even want to say something there, Nuruddin, before we move on to Tuchel.
Wembley's a big pitch, innit? Wembley's a big pitch. I put the tweet out there, like I said, most controlled we've looked. We've controlled. Obviously, Coventry was sitting back, but the most relaxed I've felt watching a half of football from Manchester United, totally in control. We were in control till about the 71 minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 71 minute. Yeah.
But their manager, they go 3-0 down. He reacts, brings on attacking players, makes 3 changes. That's what he has to do. Ten Hag does what he does. And I think Nina hit it right on the head when she said about the reason why Ten Hag needs to go is because he doesn't understand this is not the area division. Here, this is the most testing physically, endurance, agility, aggression, physicality. It's the most the Premier League is rough. And you think you can go another season again with 14 players or 13 players. And then you moan about the injuries. And let's be right, people. The 2 injuries we got is Shaw and Martinez. The idea that he can come out and make excuses and go, I've only filled in my first team once. But this is what I'm trying to say. What are you saying to those other players then? What are you saying to those other players? You're not in my first team. I don't rate you. But then you're supposed to use them when you needed them. At the end of the day, to me, Musa said it, he's concussed. I don't know. He thinks, I'm not lying to you. I still think this season's last season. That's what he thinks in his head. So I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked by anything. It was embarrassing. It was, like I said, in my lifetime, watching United, that was the most embarrassing win as a United fan.
Yeah,
honestly, my heart sank as a United fan. My heart sank when they disallowed their goal, because that would have been an amazing thing. But of course, they were always going to disallow that goal, because to hype the FA Cup, they don't want Coventry City, Man City. They want Manchester United.
Tony, I've always said with them kind of situations, you should give the benefit of the doubt to attackers. I've always said it, regardless of always give benefit of the doubt to attackers. Because
that's what the offside rule used to be. That's what the offside used to be.
Yep.
If in doubt, give the attacking player. So in this idea of where we are with Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, like the idea that you're saying these 5 weeks, there's a test. What are you talking about? Listen, imagine you being tested, man's not being taken off for school.
Yeah.
Man's been going to town, taking a bus not to school to town, just to hang out with the boys. Yeah. What are you talking about? The man is not being in school, man. It's like when you're schooling and they go, right, we'll see what you're like in the next month. You know, if you behave, if you get your report cards, then, you know what I mean, we'll judge you then. You know what I mean? Let's see how it goes. Listen, this guy is missing in action. I'm telling you. He's so concussed. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's shocking to me. It's shocking to me, the basics of football and Manchester United team. And of course, I agree with you. The players, I know that Casemiro missed that on purpose.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man.
Let's
100%.
be real out here.
Casemiro
wants to gone.
Yeah.
And you see it even in the way they try to celebrate. Like, players just stood there. Like, Ahmad posted a photo when everybody just standing going, you know what? This is what because they were embarrassed. It's embarrassing for the whole world. It's embarrassing as fans. So at the end of the day, Erik ten Hag needs to go, but I don't just blame him for everything. I'm not one of these fans that think we will get a new magic new manager. No, The coaching staff needs to go. All of them. Ones from Jose, from Oli, all of them need to go. We need to get new medical department. We need to get new in terms of like just the infrastructure, even at the training ground. Uplift everything. Brand new jacuzzi, brand new pool. Everything needs to be quick. And I tell you who else needs to go, and Mina might say this. Skinner needs to go as well. Honestly, I can't stand that guy. Never wanted two managers at Manchester United gone at the same time. That Skinner guy, he pisses me off with his tactics as well.
Both managers, man. You know what's mad?
Man.
You know what's mad, yeah? Then today, like I said to you, big up to everyone who's locked in, by the way. There's over 900 people in here. Make sure you like the video. Today, obviously, last night, it kind of murmured out that Thomas Tuchel now is a front runner. He's basically, Ineos like him. They like what he's about. Mina, I'll start with you on this one. Tuchel. Listen, you know what it is here? Is Tuchel an upgrade or downgrade to Ten Hag? I'm going to put you on the spot, Mina. Is Tuchel an upgrade or a downgrade to Ten Hag?
It depends what's the measurement for managers? Is it
style of play? Style of play.
Because when Ten Hag, no, he's not. But then again, I could say that Ten Hag hasn't been successful with implementing his style of play. But Thomas Tuchel's style of play has won him the biggest and the best trophies. So sometimes the idea of, I think, style of play, I think it could be a bit subjective. Can I just say, with the whole, these media people don't know what they're talking about because one day it's Zidane. The next day is Tuchel. Tomorrow it's gonna be Potter. The next week is gonna be Southgate. Shit, someone's mum might even be in the running. Like they don't know what they're talking about. They're clutching at straws. And you know why I say this? Because when Umar Barada got announced out of nowhere, even with Wilcox, we knew that the talks was underway, but no one knew that anything was finalized. That terms were agreed. Bam, came out of nowhere. Dan Ashworth, I think, is going to be another one where we know about it and it's in the works, but when they come to an agreement, it's just going to come out of nowhere and the club are going to announce it immediately, which is what they've done with the last two. With the manager, I'm telling you guys, they know who they want. If it's Potter, I don't think we would be getting this merry-go-round of managers. Is every day is they spin the wheel and the media decides which manager are we going to talk about today. That's it.
But 100% agreed. Yeah. 100% agree with everything Mina said. This is just, clickbait FC at its full. Listen, the only thing that they've got is that when Manchester United played Bayern Munich at Old Trafford, look at the two games. He was flirting with Manchester United. I told you what a historic club, what a great fans, a great stadium, blah blah blah. Listen, at the end of the day, if you get Thomas Tuchel, to me would be, I'll be in the. Honestly, I'll be Tuchel out from day one. I'm telling you now. To me, he's on the same wrath as Southgate and Potter. Those three, for me, all of them be out from day one. I'm manager. Because I don't believe in any of them. I don't believe in any of them. Because I want to be able to go to Old Trafford and enjoy a game of football and watch us work on something to get better at something. Tuchel is a counter-attack guy, defend, plays three at the back. You know the rest. I don't want that.
Really, you know what it is for me though? But the thing is with me, I just look at Tuchel. I think we're going to be more depressed under Tuchel than we are going to be under Ten Hag. I'm telling you now, guys. He's more of a cup manager. If everyone want to win cups, bring Tuchel. If you want to win maybe the Champions League, if Europa League next season, actually, because we're not getting Champions League. Yes, learning. If you want Europa League and to win them competitions, go and get Tuchel. But in the Premier League, right, he's won a Bundesliga, I think, with Dortmund. I think has he won a Bundesliga with Dortmund? Did he win a Bundesliga with Dortmund? Or was it only Jurgen Klopp that won one? He won two. I don't think he won one, did he?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think he did. He won it with PSG, but even with PSG, though, like, come on, man. The guy, bro, he got to a Champions League with PSG, but in the league, he was very, very underwhelming. Okay, he didn't win it. He won it with Bayern, and Bayern, he won it by default. He won it by default because Dortmund bottled it last season. They bottled it last season, and he started shamelessly celebrating it. So I just look at him like, I don't know. Someone said that would be tough to outdo Ten Hag. I don't know, man. Because Chelsea was playing Sterling at right wing back. Yo, Minna, I know you got to go.
I got to jump.
Yeah. But he was playing. What do you call it? Sterling at right wing back. Come on, man. He was doing madnesses, man. He couldn't get the best out the three that he had at PSG. I don't know if he's the right man for this job.
Listen, he raided Spurs for my man. What's his name?
Who?
Dyer and them man there.
Dyer, bro. He wanted
we're in trouble.
His talent ID is shocking. He's got Kim Min-jae on the bench. He's got half of his attackers on the bench every single game. So I'm not sure if he's the right man. We need someone that can come in and improve this team. Obviously, half of them will go.
He's another Rashford fanboy. He's another one that will come in and start telling everyone he's going to get the best out of Rashford. Don't worry about it. We don't need any manager that's going to be on that nonsense. That's why De Zerbi is the main one for us, because he's got a style of play. We're not saying that. We're saying he's the manager before the manager. I believe De Zerbi is the manager before the manager. And he's going to come and tell people, listen, this is how I'm playing. If you can't play it, you're going to get on the bench and I'm going to let one of the youngsters play it.
Fundamentals, Musa. Fundamentals.
Fundamentals. And this is what we need.
Down the fundamentals.
Yeah, this is what we need. We ain't got time. I can't see De Zerbi have a man like Rashford do what he's been doing for the last few months, and he's still playing week in, week out. And that's the problem with Eric Ten Hag. Why ain't got Tuchel is just another Ten Hag. And for me, I feel like had Eric not maybe gone to United and gone to another team, he would have had a similar career to what Tuchel's gone. So, example, Eric Ten Hag ended up at a PSG. He would have won a title by default. He would have won a title at Bayern Munich by default. He would have had a similar trajectory as what Thomas Tuchel's had. So this is why I'm not on it. Then he's also won a cup competition in the Champions League. Eric Ten Hag's been to 3 finals in his last 2 years. He does his thing in the cup competitions. His teams find their way through. But in the league, in what we need, I can't see neither of them doing what we want, or neither of them can be the manager before the manager. None of them are going to set a style of play that a next manager can come and build on. Anyone that comes behind after these lot is just going to tear it down and start again. And we don't need that. We need someone that's going to come in like De Zerbi did after Potter and say, you know what, the fundamentals are here. I like what I'm seeing. And then he just adds on to it. And he's going to have to do that at United.
Yeah, 100%.
100% I agree with what you said. Like, for me, miss me out with Tuchel, man. Flirt all you want, mate, because you know Manchester United pay side. Well, United pay. When they sack you, they pay as well. So, for me, I'm not on that train. Sorry. De Zerbi, Roberto, you know what I mean? It's RDZ, mate. RDZ.
But apparently, but the thing is now, the marriage, listen, we're not showing ambition, you know. Look at this, people. Look at this, man. Lord, I don't know if you know about this yet, but West Ham are in talks over ambitious move for Ruben Amorim if David Moyes goes. Julian Lopetegui also assessed, but Amorim current top target. West Ham said to appeal, but unclear whether they sit among 39-year-olds options. Liverpool looks unlikely. So Liverpool now are going to miss out on Amorim and go for De Zerbi. You think they're not going to go for De Zerbi now? They're going to go for De Zerbi. Nagelsmann's staying. So we're missing out on these managers. And we're just sitting around with this dead Ten Hag, bro, man. It's pissing me off, bro. Because the options are getting thinner and thinner, man. The options are shortening now,
man. It would hurt me, man. If Liverpool get De Zerbi, it would hurt me.
100%. And they've got some of these players that they stole off him last season. They'll definitely bring him in.
Ragnick's going to Bayern, apparently. Ragnick won
Bayern. I saw that. They're linked to Bayern because his Austrian team is doing numbers right now in international football.
They've only lost once.
Yeah. And Bayern understand what Ragnick is. They know what he's done in the game. They're not fooled. They're not fooled by the United stint. They're not fooled by that nonsense at all.
Nope, 100%, man, 100%. You know what it is with me, though? Look at that. Barcelona, AC Milan, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, all looking for managers. Even Juventus are getting Thiago Motta. Every single club is looking for a manager. And that is crazy.
Sai, you know what's mad? Every single club can go and find a manager and find value in the market. And we have a fan base that sometimes sits here and says there's no value in the market. How are these men going to find flipping value in the market with the managers? Bro. How are they going to find it? I'm hearing our fan base every minute. Who are we going to get? Who's going to be better than Ten Hag? What can we do? There's no one out there better. Are you serious?
So big up Tom. Big up Tom in the chat. Tom Journalist one.
Yeah, big up Tom, man. Big up Tom, man. You know what it is, for me, I just look at it, I'm like, if they don't sack this manager now, yeah, and they wait until, let's say, I don't know, November, December to sack him, I'm telling you right now, there won't be anyone available. And then you'll have an interim to the end of the season. And Nordy, you said you don't like interims. So you'll have an interim to the end of the season because you got it wrong. You got it wrong.
I don't want any interim touching in Manchester United coming anywhere.
Aye. Big up Kings in says, F it, I'll say it now. Any person that wants Potter or De Zerbi doesn't give a shit about United. Wow. Listen, you don't rate him, man. You don't rate him, though. Kings in, big up to you, by the way. But
wow, explain to me.
He wants similar to me. He was similar to me. The Simone Inzaghi, or who else did you say? Kings in. Who else did you say you wanted? I'm not against De Zerbi, but I don't want. It's not my first choice. That's the only thing with De Zerbi. I'm not against it, but it's not my first choice. That's all it is.
I want better football, mate. If you want a better football, Manchester United not winning a Champions League or a league. They're not winning those trophies anytime soon. You want a manager to come and build a style of play all day, every day.
This question here, Crumb King, I don't know, man. I don't know. I genuinely am.
No, Saeed, listen. The fact that you're not sure says everything you need to know about Tuchel.
Yes, there you go. Bro, I've been on Tuchel's case here since before the Champions League final when he got the role, yeah. I was like, even when he wins the Champions League, I still be like, yo, you did your thing and that, but I don't rate you in that sense, yeah. But broski, I do not want him. I want someone to come in that knows what they're doing and get rid of half of these players as well. I don't want a manager who's gonna come in and deal with Maguire, because Maguire's like Dyer. What's the difference between Dyer and Maguire? They're both the same.
Maguire's better.
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. But I'm saying, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He'll use him in a back three. He'll play a back three. That's what I'm trying to say to you. But look at West Ham though, Nuruddin, showing ambition. West Ham with Ruben Amorim.
Nah, to me, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I take Amorim. I take De Zerbi. I thought the Amorim-Liverpool thing was a done deal already.
I thought as well. Well,
I'll take Amorim. I'll take De Zerbi. I'll take Hansi Flick.
Hansi Flick's available as well. I wonder why nobody's going.
I'll take any of those three more than I'll take.
Would you take Xavi? Sure. Would you take Xavi?
Yeah, he still plays decent football.
Yeah. Broski, man. This is the problem. Like, Ten Hag was meant to be that young coach, comes in, and was meant to take us to the next level, man. You know how sad that is, yo, when you actually deeply, like, I know we're talking about manager. You know how sad that is?
The guy's playing good football, Saeed.
He was meant to be the guy. He's only 54, 53. He's still young in managerial terms.
Yeah. Saeed, but he's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. He catfished us, man. And he's telling you, if I don't have my players, first 11 players, I can't play like that. But he's in a league where there's no first 11. He's in a league where there's no first 11. It's first 16 or 17 players.
Diego Simeone, bro, he's 4 years without a trophy now. He's low-key washed, man. I'll be honest with you. Low-key, he's you know what I mean? Falling down now. I think he needs a fresh change. But broski, it's game over there, Atletico Madrid. 3 years without a trophy. 3 years without a trophy, man. So, like I said, man, he's on the next one downhill. Conte, all the managers, downhill, mate. You know what I mean? Downhill. But yeah, you know what's mad? Yeah, there's some news report coming out about Jose Mourinho. Did you see the Jose Mourinho quotes? Basically saying, he's saying here, what Ten Hag has in his time at Man United, I didn't have. I didn't have that level of support. I didn't have the level of trust. So I left sad because I felt I was in the beginning of the process. In some moments, I felt it trusted me and I believed in my experience things could be different. There's still a couple of players still there I didn't want 4, 5, 6 years ago. I still think they represent a little bit of what I consider not to be professional profile to a club of certain dimension. But I did my job there. Time always tells the truth. I would love my United to succeed. Who does he mean by that? Because there's 5, 6 players here. He's saying here. There's some players here that he didn't. Martial, yeah, Martial. Luke Shaw, yep. You think Rashford's in it? Do you think Rashford's in it? You think Rashford's in it as well? You got Lindelof there as well. Lindelof is there as well. Lindelof is in there as well.
That was his player though. Didn't he bring him in?
But would you say he was back though? Because he's saying I didn't have the level of resources and that. What does he mean by that? Does he mean by not having John Myrtle there? He had Woodward.
I think the new guys that was coming in and the way it's changing and the structure that he was calling for weren't there before, and now it's coming. But it sounds like a man that's basically saying he would go again. He will have another stint at United the way he did at Chelsea. That's what it sounds like to me.
Bro.
But by not fully committing, but he's leaving the door open, just saying, look, if I had that, just in case somebody upstairs is a bit shaky and doesn't know the next move to make and picks up that phone call. Because there's always a lot of people in the press, as much as they're against Jose, they're also for Jose. And they say that he's a caliber of him. And to be honest, when we talk about world football the last 10 to 15 years, Jose Mourinho has been right up there with any manager in terms of what he's delivered. But I feel like if we go back for that caliber of manager from that era, it has to be Ancelotti for me. I don't see any other type of manager. Even when Everton got him and the type of football that he had them playing, and even the fact that he was able to bring Rodrigo, that James, and had him balling at Everton, I was like Ancelotti deserved better. And I think if we want to get a manager from that type of era, that type of caliber, I wouldn't go for Jose. I'll just go for Ancelotti, man.
Ancelotti we're not here till next year, though. That's the problem. He's not leaving till next year. That's the only issue. Yeah,
listen,
that's the only issue.
Listen, Jose can waffle now, innit? Because he needs to put himself now in the books. Jose Mourinho sacked himself with his antics, right? No players forced him out. He forced himself with his antics, and he got found out for the fraud that he is, right? He was a great manager out once upon a time, not anymore. So I don't want to hear all these Jose quotes, these English press, like literally up his backside, man. I don't want to know, man. I got sacked by Roma after he took them to a trophy conference, and that's where we're going this season. That's what we need to get back to. Manchester United need to go embarrassingly embarrassing for the season. Ten Hag needs to have it on his record, Conference League, if he stays for another season. He needs to do that. That is shameful. It's shameful where we are. And now everybody's becoming a revisionist historian going, Jose said this about this. Jose said this. Jose was right. Get the F out of here, man. Jose's talking to you like it's some dickhead football club telling you about Sevilla football heritage. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Sevilla? Telling you about football heritage. Chatting rubbish. Making everything about himself. Give it a rest, man. I don't want to hear from Jose. You're washed out, mate. You're done out here. You can't get any other job, mate. There's so many jobs going, and there's nobody linking you to a job properly. What are you talking about, King? I'm so ignorant. I think though. I watched it, mate. I was there in the stadium watching dead football. Dead football. I was in that stadium when he's telling Scott McTominay to pass the ball back. And we're all saying attack, attack, attack. We're all chanting attack, attack, attack. And he's saying pass the ball back. Ignorant. You know what it is about shit, mate. Jose's washed. So Simeone, he's washed as well, right? So don't give me any of these shit fucking and same thing with Conte as well. These like dinosaur football managers. Dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs. I don't want any of that shit in near my football club anymore. I want a progressive, attacking football manager with principles, ideas that dies by his principles. And I promise you, win, lose or draw, I'll be in that fucking stadium, right? In that stadium, and I'll be supporting that coach.
Yeah.
Try to carry out what he wants. I'm not saying that these players don't need to go. I'm said already on record.
All of them need to go.
I will spend majority of the summer spending. Don't buy anybody. Get rid of players. Get rid of them. That's what I would do. But the coaching staff need to go. All of them need to go. The medical department need to go. And some of these 7 or 8 of the first teamers need to go. They need to all fuck off. They're embarrassing. And now stories breaking out. Bruno and Diego Dalot fall out with Hoyland.
Yeah, Hoyland. Yeah, I've seen that.
We're fucking circus. Back to being comedy FC. That's what we are. Yeah. But now it's not even comedy. I'm not even laughing at it. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But people like this here, King, whatever his name is, whatever your name is, telling me I'm ignorant. I was watched Jose football, mate. Fucking dinosaur. I'd rather fucking cut my wrist and watch that shit football, man. Where is he now? Your fucking King Jose. Where is he? Got dusted out by Roma. Dusted out. What have Roma done in the last 20 years in football? It's not even good enough for them. That
Now,
Joe Day with Chelsea, arrogant guy, is gone. He's done out here. Look in the mirror with your ignorance. The best football I've watched this season in the Premier League, fucking Brighton. Best football with Lewis fucking Dunk. And guys I've never even heard of in my life.
I think you know what it is though. Maybe they have doubts about whether that could be translated to Man United, and also
no, Saeed, you get them out, get those clans out. You bring in players who can play, who want to be coached. That's what you get him. I'm willing to be patient. Bring the some of the. I swear to God, he'll play the youth team. Get him in their side. I promise you, if we went to next season with Deserby and we had about 4 or 5 in the squad. Young players, and he played them. I promise you, nobody will say a boo to a goose. Nobody, everybody like, you know what? We want to see the style of football.
Yeah.
We're not going to win a Champions League. What are these deluded United fans thinking that United are going to get a manager and we're going to challenge for a league a season later? Where are you? Wake the fuck up. We're nowhere near. We're nowhere near. We're conference level football. Yesterday we played against mid-table championship. That's our level. We look like that against Wigan. We look like that against Newport or whatever the fuck they were called.
Yep.
Where do you guys think one person's gonna come in and gonna take us to the Champions League or gonna take us to the league title? No way. Manchester United are not winning or getting anywhere close for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yep.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
We're finished.
Yeah. Now we need, you know what it is with me though.
I'm telling you.
I need to see a plan. Man. But I need half of these players gone, man. Listen, someone asked a question there. Big up Big Benz. How many you look to see, bro? Kobe Mino, bro, and that's a couple of youngsters.
Diallo.
Yeah, Diallo, a couple of youngsters and that, and then that's it, bro. I mean, everyone else can go, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I'm being really honest with you guys, man. A couple of guys could go, man. I'm not really bothered. You get me? I just want people out, man. I want them out the door. I need a fresh start. Man. And Rashford as well. Rashford's the highest on the list. Yeah, highest on the list. Rashford is highest.
Walking around Manchester. They're on
bro, listen. Listen, I've told him. Listen, I have to face to face. Maybe, listen, if I told him, I'd say the same thing right now to his face. I say, yo, I want to chat to you. I think your attitude stinks. I think you think you made it at United. You don't made it at United, bro. I'll be honest, I'm not that guy though on Twitter that'll be different online. You know me already, didn't it? You see me. I'll be saying, go on.
Yesterday, I see you say that he's as good as Aaron Lennon and Routledge, and you're not lying because Aaron Lennon was a baller.
There was a baller. They were ballers.
Were ballers, and Routledge done his thing. Routledge done his thing at big and small clubs. Like he was a player where So the question we ask is, Rashford, are you doing this at Crystal Palace when it's peak for you? Are you doing this at West Ham, or are you doing it at the comfort of your boyhood club at Man United? Like, can you have those big seasons that you had at another club? And no one knows. So I think for me, seeing how everything is, he should just go PSG, man. I got time for Rashford as an individual, coming from where he's come from, doing what he's doing for his family. We ain't got anything against you as an individual, but as a football player for our club and what you've put forth. Because listen, let's have it right. When it was Jadon Sancho and things were going on, they pulled him away and gave him cold winter training.
Yes.
If that's the issue, pull him away and give him cold winter training. Let us know that things are going off the pitch. But if you're made available every day, get game in, game out, and you're putting that pitch to start, we want to see more. And this is what I was saying about Jackson at Chelsea. He's the best player on the pitch, but also the worst player for not finishing. But at least he's getting himself in the positions. He's fighting. He's making it difficult for the defenders. I'm keep on telling you, man, if Rashford was playing and doing what Jackson was doing, but not scoring, I don't think he'll be getting the same level of flack from the Man United fans. We might be saying he's not finishing his dinner, but at least he will be putting himself about. But he's not even putting himself about. He's pulling out of tackles. He's not running. He's not chasing down the ball. Is like nothing's going on for this brother, and no one knows why. Like no one knows why, and no one understands what's happening. But with all of that being said and done, and the amount of time that he's done, and also when you look at Martial and you look at Rashford's record in the period of time they've been here, Martial had a lot of injuries, but he's not that far off his numbers, of Rashford's numbers.
Nope.
And if you look at the way the media's
per game, I know. Yeah.
If you looked at the way the media's looked at Martial and his time here, you would have thought that the brother's done nothing compared to how they've looked at Rashford. So if Martial can go this season, so can Rashford.
Yep. But you know what they say though? You know what they say though, Musa? Your best ability is your availability. And that's the bar so low. But when you actually look at it, you know, the actual goals per game, Martial and Rashford, they're not too dissimilar. In fact, Martial probably even better.
Of course,
you know, let's be honest.
If you look at how many goals, even if you just look at how many goals Martial has scored for Man United compared to how many goals Rashford scored, it's not that far off for how many times he hasn't been available. So what if he was available? Yeah. Forget about like per game, just his overall goals contribution to Man United and assists since his time he's been here compared to Rashford. He's not that far off him. Just look at the numbers. And like you said, he's not even been available for the best part of a whole year or nearly 2 years.
Yep.
So for me, Rashford is another player that Rashford, Bruno, and Garnacho's lucky that it's his first season in the door.
But you know what, though? People need to relax. The thing is, the reason why Garnacho is playing, I keep saying to people, is because the rest of them haven't been given, like, we don't have bona fide starters. So when you don't know who's your best starters, for your team, then it's easy for us to criticize everyone. And that's what's happened with Garnacho. If Martial or Sancho, Rashford, they were all balling out, and Greenwood, he was here in a different kind of scenario and things didn't happen and whatnot, he would be starting, right? Like, these kind of situations are happening right now. And
this is Ten Hag. Ten Hag has got into an argument with Jadon Sancho.
Big up Nordin.
He's called out a player who wasn't playing. I'm done with the Jadon Sancho argument. Sancho was not playing. There was no reason to mention Jadon Sancho when Eric Ten Hag did. The guy was not playing. He was not available. Yep. All you had to say was he's not picked, he's not available. Let's talk about the players that are here. He went and said what he'd done. It got to where it got to now. When they asked Ten Hag about Sancho the other day, the guy had the cheek to say, well, it's not about his ability. There's no question of doubt that he's a great player. It's about something else. That means it's about your ego. You're blatantly telling us that you've had someone who's available, who you yourself believe is a great player, but you've fallen out with him and sent him out on loan because of your ego. And
no, it's ego. It's ego, bro. It's ego. 100%, man.
His team is struggling, and you could have done with a player like Sancho.
You see the way we was talking about him at Dortmund? He goes, he's a top player and this and that, but it's about the apology in it. And I said, bro, you literally, basically, you're holding on to apology because you want to be right, Let's be honest. He wants to be right in it. And, you know, and people say it's player power, but it's not really player power. Because Garnacho's brothers is putting tweets out about Rashford and them, man. You know what I mean? And he should be starting and whatnot. So clearly there's no control. But it was basically saying, right, I'm the boss, I'm this, I'm that. When the reality was, it wasn't an apology.
When your ego is bigger than the club. Because my thing is, if you've got, like you said, if you have access to a Jadon Sancho and a £90 million Anthony that you bought, why is Garnacho starting? Why?
There you go. You've got
two wingers there. You've got one of the best wingers in the world that we just paid 85 million for in Jadon Sancho, who is 22 years old at the time you've got him, and you should be getting the best out of him. You've got another winger in Anthony who's 22 also, who you've bought in for £90 million, who you should be getting the best out of, because these guys want to play 1-2s and they want to play off the number 10, the number 8. They're not on this just winging up and down, running up and down the wing. It's a different type of play. We've seen it. We've seen how they play. So why don't you play that football? And then on top of that, you're saying Man United can't play a certain type of football, but then you've gone and bought players who are transitional players who won't be able to play the Ajax type of football, the one-on-one type of football. Play their counter-attack and the long ball type of football. So I don't get it and I don't understand it, because we got a fan base who'll come and say, oh, Eric Ten Hag doesn't have the players. Brother, he's been here for 2 transfer windows and 2 seasons. Why hasn't he bought the players then? Why did he go and add onto players and onto the group of squad who are exactly the same. He's gone and bought a Mason Mount, who's another McTominay.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's gone and bought Anthony, who he doesn't believe can play the type of football that he wants.
Yeah.
He's gone and bought Casemiro, who after a season everyone's saying he's lost his legs and's got to go.
Exactly.
After you wanted my man at Barcelona, you've gone and bought in.
He's concussed, man. He's concussed. Like you said, big up Killy says, big up Andy Cole getting into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Yo, big up Andy Cole. Saeed sounding crisp. We need a new manager and a clear out of the squad. We can't do one and not the other. Facts, 100%. 100%. And make sure you're not liking the video, people. There's only 400 likes. Let's get it up to 500. My thing is, I don't think he knows what's his best 11. I don't think he knows what's his best front three anymore. And now he's starting to piss off Garnacho. He's starting to now piss off. Hoyle is now getting pissed off. You know, you got Anthony on that side who now is, doing that to people now because obviously he's got a bit of an ego and it feels like, now, like, I need to show the manager I care. Like, bro, like, it's all a mess, bro, man. It's all a mess. So next season, when we go and get Elise and he's on the bench, this is why I don't want Elise when this manager's here. Yeah. Why do we want Elise? Elise is going to be on the bench. Elise is going to be on the bench, bro. Let's be real.
And my thing
Elise
is
on the bench.
As good as Elise is, I don't understand having a Jadon Sancho on the box, a Mason Greenwood on the box, and Anthony. Sell them all then. Make sure you sell Sancho, you sell Greenwood, you sell Anthony. Yeah. Before you start going and getting more wingers. Because what are you doing? We got Ahmed Diallo, who's not starting. We got Palestri, who we sent out. So where are you going, Ten Hag? Does he want to have 10 wingers at his disposal before he can make something happen? Where are we going with this, Saeed? The reality is, for me, is this brother's got to go. And I can't remember. I don't remember the last time we've done a keep or sell. But if we look at who actually should stay and go at United, there's a base there. A lot of the time, the fan base tries to go on like there isn't a base there. As much as I would sell 15 players, there's still enough. There's still an 11 that you can add on to play the style of football that a De Zerbi will flourish under.
Yes.
And another type of manager will flourish under that has a similar philosophy. The players are there that can play it. Eriksen yesterday was playing some balls. Yes, he came into a team that was lethargic, but Eriksen should... You see Eriksen, let me give you an example, Saeed. Put Eriksen in a Liverpool team or a City team that's already got the components.
I know.
You see the best out of him. But don't put him in a team that's struggling because he's gone past that in his career. He's not under heavy lifting.
But he put him as well. He put him in a lone six where Broski, like in a game where the game was so back and forth, he said lone six, Bruno, and who was ahead of him? I don't know. Was it Folsom? Where was Folsom playing yesterday, by the way?
Ahmed Diallo was in the 10 or something. He had Anthony on the right. He had, I think Bruno went out, the formation went mad yesterday.
The formation went mad, bro. I don't even know what the formation was.
And but he put
that. Yesterday I was watching Real Madrid, Real Madrid versus, was it Barcelona, They had Modric and Cruz playing in a double pivot.
Of course.
Bro, so they didn't get outnumbered in that midfield. They didn't get outboxed. And one of them's 39 and one of them is... I think 34. How old is Cruz, people? 34.
36,
So them man are meant to be veterans, but I didn't see them getting outnumbered in there because you know what? You have to have a system. You have to have the fullback coming in proper. You have to have Valverde. You got Valverde there as well. You got protection. You got everyone working the system.
Last season, and we had one of the best defenses. We had two veterans in the middle of the park. We had Eriksen and Casemiro. This season they haven't had a run, but they were both deeper. Playing together.
Yep.
There are games you're going to lose with them, but there are also games you're going to actually do the damn thing because they are veterans, that are ballers. Yesterday was one of those games. Casemiro and Eriksen both holding and letting someone like a Kobe Mino, forget Bruno, put Kobe in front of Casemiro and Eriksen, and let's see if we don't have a different midfield. Because Kobe is also intelligent enough to help out Casemiro and Eriksen when they need that support. Kobe's also clever enough to hold with Casemiro and let Eriksen go forward when need be. Eriksen, Casemiro, and Kobe is a totally different midfield. And I'm not saying we're going to win every game, but we're going to control games, bro.
Control games better. Who's going to... listen, if you have Casemiro next to players that are going to keep the ball in Eriksen and Kobe, like, who's there that's going to be the one that is losing the ball? Like, you're not going to have... Like, if you have Bruno, then you have Kobe, and then you have Casemiro. That's two players that could potentially lose the ball. You have to minimize the players that are losing the ball. So if you have two that are good on the ball, then you have one. One can, the two can compensate the one that isn't as good on the ball. And I'm not
100%.
saying start Casemiro, but I'm not saying Casemiro's the best. But I'm just saying you have to minimize the threats and what's happening against you. You have to minimize it. And that's what Ten Hag hasn't done. When you look at the pitch here, when you look at you coordinate here, you've got no balance at the back, no balance up front, no balance in midfield. And it's a machine. Your football team is meant to be a machine.
There is no universe that Eriksen and Casemiro are bad players. Listen, these men, even in their late 30s, can still do something. We're talking about Coventry, bruv. Yeah. We're talking about going against a Brighton in the league. We're going against an Everton, a Bournemouth, a Burnley. These men can still do a job because they will control the game better. And who are they giving the ball to? Someone who also is more controlled in a Kobe Mainoo. The problem we have too many uncontrolled players on the pitch. Bruno, Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund. Don't let me start on Højlund, my brother.
bro, listen, relax, man. Everyone's on to Højlund. He needs a break, man. Let me ask you a question. Are you done with Højlund? Are you kind of like, what's your real opinion about Højlund?
And this is why we were having an argument in the group. Jackson's 22 years old.
But he's rubbish as well, man. He's rubbish as well.
But look at the numbers, Saeed. He's 22 years old.
Yeah, but numbers, this is what I'm saying. Numbers listen, I don't care about numbers. I want to know if a striker can hold up the ball. He's a good link-up player. He's good technically. The goals will come. I understand that. But overall, you've got to be a good footballer. Jackson, for me, might be able to do the hold-up play. But also, look at the way he's finishing yesterday the other day. Finishing is terrible,
that's his first season, though. Have you seen his numbers in the league, though? That's his first season.
Well, he's got 9 goals. 9 goals in the league.
No, he's got
how many goals got in the league?
He's got 9 goals in his first season in the league, and he's got how many assists again? I shared the numbers the other day. My thing is, he's not the worst.
He's not the worst, but is he? So say now, if you had to swap Højlund and Jackson, would you swap right now? Let
me tell you, Saeed. Let me tell you.
But right now, let me ask you a question. If you have to swap right now. There's a gun to your head here, and it's saying,
I don't need a gun. I would swap. I don't need a gun. I would swap. Sorry, let's do the maths. Højlund costs 70 million. Jackson costs 30. 30
you're
30 telling million. Me swap Højlund right now for Jackson and give me 40 million back, I'll do it.
Oh, but that's the problem though. United, it's not worth 75 million. That's the problem.
That's the problem. So if you're telling me swap Højlund for Jackson and get 40 million back, you're laughing right now because
that's mad. This is the problem. Chelsea, it's not damaged. It's not enough damage. They haven't been damaged enough from it, and they've actually got more from it as well because you said assist and the link-up play as well.
It's his first season, so he's contributed, and the brother has looked like he's given his all every time he's on the pitch. He's given his all. He's doing his thing. I think it's not fashionable to say you like someone like Jackson because the whole media's on him, and it's fashionable to rate someone like Højlund who's come from Denmark. But the reality is this. Jackson has scored 10 Premier League goals. He's on 10. Havertz is on 9. Alvarez is on 8, and Højlund's on 7. Rashford's on 7.
7, yeah. He got 7 in a kind of a bum. Remember, he got the 7 in like a basically a purple patch, innit? Let's be honest.
That's it. Rashford.
Yeah, basically. That's the magic. This is the problem with all our players. We all have purple patches players. This is the issue, man.
As crap as Rashford has been, and we're onto him, he's on the same amount of goals as Højlund. They're both on 7. I think McTominay scored more than them. Where are we going?
McTominay. I think McTominay's got 8, is he? McTominay goals. Let me see McTominay.
So where are we going with that?
McTominay's stats this season, he's got 7 in the Premier League. Right, he's got same, yeah?
Yeah, so it's a myth. So our highest goal scorers are on 7 goals. That's the best that we can do. And that's
I think Bruno's the highest goal scorer though. Bruno's got how many? Bruno's got 10, I think.
10 in the league. Yeah, he does the penalties as well.
Yeah, he does the penalties, he's got bare penalties and so I'm saying, bro. Like he's got 8 goals this season, 8 goals, 6 assists.
So he's got 1 more than the rest of them.
Yeah. 7 goals, bro. This is a problem. But this is a problem, though. Ivan Toney, I don't know if you heard about today. Rance was saying in the group chat, Ivan Toney to West Ham.
Yeah, that's mad.
Bro, Tony to West
That's
Ham.
mad.
Let me see here.
He was saying Tony and the manager both could be heading over
Right,
there.
Ruben Amorim. Oh, Thomas Frank as well, possibly. Wow, man, this is crazy, you know.
But it shows you these guys are ambitious. Guys are ambitious now. The league's changed. Everyone's got money.
Everyone's got money, bro. And listen, if it makes sense, like I said, you're living in London. You don't have to move away from London. You get me? You go from west to east.
If you're an owner that's got a load of money, and you look at if Everton survive, and then they end up in a new stadium, and you're a wealthy, rich tycoon, whatever.
Yeah.
Why not go and compete at Merseyside with Liverpool, with an Everton, and get them back? You got a new stadium. You can buy the players that you want. I feel like people are underestimating the strength of the league in terms of financial power and what that means for Man United, and the level of tactical awareness from managers who are not always regarded as the highest in caliber. Like last season, who would have gave Alonso a chance?
Yeah,
who would have gave him a chance? You know, if Alonso would have turned up with his coaching badges saying, "Yeah, give me a chance." So we're talking about managers out there like the likes of Van Persie, Michael Carrick, who we might obviously.
There's some good up-and-coming young managers, you know. Look at Kieran McKenna. Kieran McKenna could be coming to the Premier League and doing bits, you know. So you need that progressive manager. But listen, I don't know, like I said to you, what strikers are available right now. I'll be real with you. You got Gyökeres, you got Isak. I've always said Isak's a guy that I've been rating for a while. Yeah, Isak
you was on it from the beginning.
Isak's the one which I like, but ultimately I don't know, bro. I don't.
One of the things that I say is this, Saeed. Yeah, I think Man United can go in and use Greenwood in any swap deal to bring in a high-class striker. I think we have. If we don't bring him back, I think we still have the capabilities of what's my man at Juventus that we've wanted for the longest?
Bro, I've been saying about. Listen, I said last summer Vlahovic over Højlund. I swear down. This is the problem. I was arguing Culture Cams here. Big up to Culture Cams here. I was on Twitter. I said, broski, you've been watching Vlahovic for the past 2 years. He had a okay season last season because he had a few injuries. But I said at least Vlahovic is a gunman. He's a gunman. He thrives on goals. Yeah, look at the goals yesterday, and also he can score free kicks as well. He scored the free kicks yesterday as well.
Listen, remember I said to you last season, I need a striker that can score free kicks and hat tricks.
Yes,
that's what he's done.
Yes,
Vlahovic will walk away with the ball, hat trick, calm, comfortable.
Broski, man, I said about slow, bro. It don't matter about pace, man. Look at Giroud. Giroud, AC Milan. He's 37. He's slow as heck, man.
He said Vlahovic is slow. He's not slow. He might not be rapid. He's not slow.
It's not slow, man.
Come on,
it's not slow. He's not slow.
I've seen him pace out defenders.
So you can have Højlund who's rapid, yeah, and he could be the second striker to Højlund as well. You could have two up front. If you play a free wing back, free back system, yeah, you could have two up front. Because I believe Højlund, right, is either a winger or he's a two-man striker.
Yeah,
put him on the wing or put him on the two-man striker.
Yeah,
do the two. But as a lone striker, it's tough, man. It's a graft. It's a graft.
Højlund needed to go down the Wayne Rooney Academy. Rooney was always a 10 or second striker, or then
I know
before he learned the role. It's not easy to just come and learn that role.
Yeah. That's facts, you know.
He was there with Van Nistelrooy and being a second, or being on the right, or even Ronaldo going up front and him being on the wing. Like he's done that. Rooney really done the number 9 role on his own.
Look at this comment here. We only bought Højlund because he sounds like Haaland. Yo, listen.
Haaland is right.
Bro, you never know, man, because at the end of the day, it's all about marketing, isn't it? It's all about who can be the next Haaland, who can be the next this.
Who came up with that great idea that this boy at Atalanta, who they bought for 18 million, is worth us going to pay 70 million? Who with one season, who wasn't a starter in that season, the person that had that idea is the same person that had this great idea of, let's go to Chelsea and get Mason Mount, who's got 1 year left, who's been injured all season and hasn't played. Let's go and give them 65 million. So we spent 65 million and 75 million on Højlund and Mason Mount.
Mad.
Can you believe
that? It's mad.
Can you
When
believe
you
that?
actually deep it, it's mad.
We're
Yo,
talking about
brother,
the best part of 150 million pound on those two. When
on
I told
those
you
two,
you could have
bro.
got me Jackson for 30 million.
You know, but this
could have got
comment's
me-
true, you know.
Yeah.
It's because of the agency, bro. Remember, he signed to his his
That's
brother's got an
facts.
agency. So I
That's
said it, man.
facts.
I said Ten Hag is on some Ponzi scheme at Man United, bro. I'm telling you right now, man. I watched something on Netflix called Undercover, yeah. You know the ones there, and it's based in the Netherlands. It's like, you know, like the Flemish. They speak Flemish in it. Netherlands and what do you call it, Belgium and that area, yeah. And broski, like them man there. I'm telling you now, he's from that Undercover program, man. You know the ones there where he's coming in here, yeah, to maximize his brand, yeah. Get off. And then apparently he's a millionaire before he's a millionaire before Man United anyway. Apparently he's got a rich family and that. He's not, you know, he's not he's not short of money. He's not short of money. Man's got dough, bro. Man's got dough.
And he's
You know
here
the ones
playing
there?
games. When they asked him, is it an embarrassment? He said, no, I wouldn't use that word. Then he came and he had the cheek to say, we've been to 2 FA Cup finals in 2 years. The last Man United team and the last 10 years only managed 3 in 10 years. So we're doing well.
Yeah.
Like all of that nonsense. Shut up, Eric Ten Hag. We can see what's going on here, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's the number one
man does that.
gaslighter. You know the man that gaslighting it. You know when you tell him like, yo, you got to do this, and they just say, nah, man, but you never know, man. Nah, bro, you don't want to be hearing gaslighting, man. In 2024, you know, in 2024 when it's the year of the truth, and the government are already lying to you. Imagine the government's already lying to us about tax and stuff like that. And we don't believe the government, the one that overrule you in the UK. Yeah. Like, you can't do anything right now, and if you do it, you get arrested. These man can lie to us, but then this manager can come around and say, yo, we played well today. You think I'm going to listen to you, bro? Get out of here, man. Come on, man. You came out with the Tony tweets. I want to check it out. What? Tony tweets? What do you mean Tony tweets?
It's fake
Tony's
news.
nothing happy with Tony. I don't know, man. I think it depends, man. It depends, man. I've not seen anything for
Who
Tony.
came out with it?
You get me? But I see West Ham. I've seen the West Ham links. But apart from that, I've not seen. Are you talking about he tweeted or something like that? Are you saying that he tweeted? You get me? I don't know if he's tweeted anything or not. No, he's not tweeted anything. He barely tweets, man. You get me? But now going back to Højlund, yeah. I said for me this season, he get 15 goals all competition. That's not a bad season. But when you actually look at his overall play, I think that's where it kind of gets me the most, bro.
That's the problem for me,
play.
Simon. This is what I'm saying. His overall play, even yesterday, and the positions he was getting himself in. I keep on saying, I think Højlund's best chance is to start on the right wing, cut in, use his left foot, use his pace, and to get to understand the league. But one of the biggest issues I'm having from the fan base that I'm seeing on Twitter, online, on the YouTube, is that the fan base is talking about, well, let's not get a prolific number 9 in, or an older number 9 in who's going to take Højlund's place, because then Højlund's going to be on the bench. So what, bro? Højlund is a second striker.
For real.
He's always been a second striker. The fact that he's playing and leading the line at Man United is no fault of his own. But he was never a £70 million player, and he was never a leading number 9 for Manchester United. Since when? Højlund was never that. So he should be on the bench, and we should go and get a Vlahovic. We should go and get someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. Not time for this.
Nah, Osimhen. I think with me, Osimhen, we don't need Osimhen, man. I'll be real with you. I thought I was on the Osimhen train, but now I'm not really on it, man.
I need an Ishak. I need someone like an Ishak who's clean and collective. Osimhen is a guy. If the ball starts bouncing off him and he doesn't get the goals, people can quickly turn on him. But I think players like Ishak, even when they don't score, they add. And this is what's important to me. You need and this is why Ishak. It reminds me of prime Martial. When Martial was prime,
bro, man, don't do this to me, man. Bro, you know what's mad, yeah? Did we take prime Martial for granted, man?
We did.
You know the ones there. We took it for granted, bro, because now we're seeing the level of ballers right now, bro. I'm looking at even just in football, man.
Yeah.
The technical ballers right now that we see in football. Like, I was watching the El Clasico yesterday, yeah, and I was like, yo, the El Clasico's fell off, man.
It has fallen off.
It's fell off, like, football in general, I think, it's fallen off, but...
It's fallen off. The players that man are rating, like, they're all right, but listen, there was certain eras where these men were just normal players, man. Normal.
Yo, man. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, yo, like, HK is saying Osimhen, no way. You know what I mean? But nah, you know what it is though? Like people like Berbatov, Martial, these kind of like technical footballers, man. What Berbatov wasn't giving his respect though, Berbatov. He wasn't giving him his respect, bro. Like you say lazy. They used to call him lazy and that.
The young fans today will say that he's slow. Oh, he's slow. He's slow. That's what they would say.
But this is where people now have been programmed. I think FIFA's killed everyone, Yeah. I think FIFA generation is even me when I'm playing FIFA now, yeah. I bought Mbappe. The first striker I bought in was Mbappe because the game is programmed to speed. If you don't have quick players, I buy Leao. Look at my front three. My front three on a Real Madrid career mode, yeah, is Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinny Jr. And then I just bought Diaby. I just bought Diaby, bro. And the season before that, United, I brought Leao. I think I had Osimhen up front. And then I had... Who did I have on the right? I think I stick with Anthony, but still. I went for pace, bro. Because I was like, yo, pace. And this is the problem with football right now. It's just pace.
Yeah, Michael Owen called it out the other day. He called it out.
What did he say?
Remember Owen? He said that a lot of these footballers now, if you've got a bit of strength and pace, then you can play in the Premier League, where before it was more than that. It was much more than that. What's this? Fit Martial is the best striker in the Premier League. Right now, yeah.
100%. Listen. I think for me, Fit Martial right now in this team would be crazy. But the problem is we haven't got that. This is why I low-key wanted that free signing in my man from Inter Milan. He would have been a decent signing. Thuram. Yeah, Thuram. Thuram would have been a decent signing.
It would have been a solid signing. It would have been a solid, decent signing because he's a basic with ability number 9. Like, you know what you're going to get for him. Thuram would have done well for us.
Yeah.
100%. I agree on that.
SSP, listen, I don't care. I'll be honest with you, man. You get me? He's just trying to keep Ten Hag in the job. You know what I'm trying to say to you. So
that goal pitch, I'm onto him. I'm coming for him one day.
He's lying to a lot of people, bro. It's very, very bad what he's doing, I don't want to give him the airtime, but brother, this guy is lying to the fan base, bro. He's got a big platform, and that's dangerous, Man's lying, barefaced lying. And I don't know, listen, we don't know, innit? Because there could be a situation there where he's working with a football club, innit? And a situation where, protect the manager's name so we give you something behind closed doors. You get me? Like, it happens,
100%,
man.
Because what he's doing is taking a mick, and there's a responsibility. Like, we have a responsibility, and I think even with your fan base, even with rants, you give other opinions. You let people speak. One thing I've realized about him, and I know his opinion is a bit dodgy, is that he's not on giving that other opinion, mate. As much as he tries to pretend, he's not, and that's why he's not on platforms where there's somebody else on there to a solo vibe. Once upon a time, when you man were there, you'd stick it on him.
But I stuck it on him bare times, bro. He was flapping, man. He was flapping, bro.
Now he's not in a position where someone like you or Noradine can stick it right on him and then give that other opinion of what the fan base are feeling. And it's sad, but
it's like me and Rance, we never agree on everything. Like this one here about Bellingham and that. Like, listen, I rate Bellingham, Rance don't rate him. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's everyone sees football differently. You get me? But end of the day,
I've been away as well. I haven't been on Rance's show for a while, but I'm back soon. Me and Rance.
Man, 100%, man. Tell him, man. Bellingham's
working now because I'm a Bellingham man still.
That's what I'm saying, man. Bellingham's a guy, bro. You watch his performance yesterday. He actually gave an overall good performance yesterday. It wasn't just about the goal. His overall performance was good. You know what I'm saying?
That we need it. Like Bellingham and Kobe would be madness if we would have got Bellingham in. It would be a madness.
Bellingham and Kobe.
We're not saying that Bellingham is like the Gerrard type of midfielder and them type of eras. Them ballers have gone. But for what we have today in world football and what he brings to a team, Kobe and Bellingham, to me, would be a perfect duo in the middle of the park.
Facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it.
And he gets the job done. And he can get the job done. And we need someone. Because the thing about Bellingham, he'll give you a solid 7 out of 10 every game. Which people are not doing. To get when was the last time we gave a United player 7?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. And
he's giving solid 7s every game. So it might not be, he's a 10 out of 10 Mbappe where he gives you one of those 10 out of 10 like performances, and you're like, right,
Bro, we don't
mad.
have 7 out of 10s in our team, bro. Like, let's be real. We don't have 7 out of 10s, bro. I'll be real with you. We don't have any. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Like, right now, Maguire's probably the only one that's giving us 7 out of 10s. And probably, obviously, you got Kobe Mino, who's barely has a bad game. Dalot, who's doing his thing right now. Who else is there?
And not consistently. No one's giving us consistent 7s. Like you said, maybe Kobe since he's come in.
Yep.
But even Maguire's dropped and came back up and then dropped and came back. So a consistent. And for me, my man is consistent. Yeah. Bellingham's consistent. I don't see Bellingham really having low par performances under a 7. Like, he's a consistent baller still.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro, Onana, Onana, I can't lie to you, man. He's doing his thing and that, but I still don't trust him.
He's my guy. So you know why? Because when they brought the stats out of how many shots he's had to hold as a United goalkeeper and what he's had to deal with, Onana's not the worst. And Onana under De Zerbi will look unreal.
I know, bro. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Onana under De Zerbi, where when he's kicking it out, he can kick it out. Like, I don't think them 2 keepers that they've got here, they're that special. Like, they're not special keepers.
No,
the problem is though, a keeper nowadays, if you got a simple, basic attributes of being a shot stopper, like simple. Like, if you got simple, like, bro, so you don't have to be crazy shot stopper, But if you can make sure that you are good at nullifying the pressure, you basically, you got the ball. You're a player, basically. Yeah. You're like Neuer. You're like Neuer, bro. Sweeper keeper, and then you're basically the extra man that they need.
There isn't. Even when you look at Pep loves goalkeepers with ability. There isn't a goalkeeper in the Premier League that has better ball control or ball ability than Onana. There isn't a player in the Premier League who has better ball ability than Onana. So, and then when it comes to show stopping, he's not the worst. We've seen that based on the stats of the season. So for me, we need to play to his strengths. Onana will create another player in the back line.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He'll create another player. We'll be able to play from the back line with another player. We'll end up feeling that we've got 12 men on the pitch with a ball playing Onana, and that's what we're missing. And that's what top clubs have. And this is why a lot of the time you feel like you go against a top club, you feel like they've got 12 men on the pitch. It's because that goalkeeper's playing like a defender, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, I just want to know, like I said, next season, we just got to be playing good football, man. Like, that's, for me, the principle of United next year has got to be playing good football. I think by winning football, you'll get trophies along the way. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, maybe Arteta is maybe an example that it isn't, but at the same time, you know what I mean, bro? Like, we need to just focus on ourselves, innit? You feel me? Like, United's always had a history of leaving with something. Mourinho left with something. Van Gaal left with something. Like, you'll see that in that regards. But for us, like, man, like, Ten Hag has reached 2 finals in 2 years with one of the...
3. He won one.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, he won 3. Yeah, 3. 3, won 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, if he could do it and be shameless about it, why can't the rest of them do it? You know what I'm saying? It. But it's also about league as well, man. The league is a bread and butter, though, man. If you have a good league and then you win a trophy at the end of it, it's cool.
As much as our Arsenal fans, but if I was in the position they're in now on top of the league and we've played our games in hand, I don't care what game in hand City's got. They're on top of the league and they're playing good football. I'll take that. They're competing. They're there or thereabouts. Win it, they don't win it. That's another story. But they're there or thereabouts. You know what I mean? And if they had a bit more about them, and it's the same thing that Jose Mourinho mentioned. Arsenal lost to Bayern Munich to me because of football heritage. There's something about football heritage that gets you through. And Manchester United, as much as Jose Mourinho was saying we didn't have it, football heritage got us through yesterday. This is what football heritage does. Because you've been there and done that and you've got the DNA in your club to actually go through those type of games, somehow you end up getting the win. And I think the difference between Man United and Arsenal is that if we get into an Arsenal position, our football heritage will see us through. We'll see us through, Syed.
Yep, 100%, man. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for me, with football, the principles of what you have with football, like that's what I'm saying. Like in that regards, like would Potter like kind of be like one of them where I could just about manage with Potter, because if it does happen, Graham Potter, would you be able to kind of be like, I swallow my pride? Cool. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think it's bad as what people people say.
Nah, he's not
It's
as
just
bad as
again,
Potter.
it's just this. It's a charisma. Like, has he got the charisma? Has he got
Not as
the?
bad. Potter
You know,
has proven, and also, and when he was a manager in Holland,
Yeah.
Potter has proven that he can teach the only thing that I'm afraid of with Potter is that he doesn't have the character, I think, to beat Rashford. I need
That's
someone that
it.
can beat Rashford because I believe he can coach the team to play better and he can coach us to be a force. Listen, Potter is better than my man at Newcastle who are able
Eddie Howe.
to Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Man ain't telling me Eddie Howe's better than Potter. I'm not accepting it. Potter's better than Eddie Howe, but Eddie Howe has still been able to bring something to Newcastle. And obviously they've had a lot of injuries and they've had to deal with some of their new signings also with the betting, with Tonali and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So they've had it, but they still were there or thereabouts. So I believe that Potter could be the man before the man, but I'll still prefer De Zerbi. But I still believe Potter will do much better than Erik ten Hag, and he will have us in the top 4. And I saw Potter's Chelsea cook in the Champions League.
I know.
As much as people want to talk nonsense. And he was in the first year of all of these purchases that were made without his authority and authorizing them. And on top of that, he's worked in a system that Ineos is bringing before. So if you're giving me an opportunity to bring in Potter and to say that he's going to stabilize the ship in the next 2 seasons and we're going to get players in, young players in, and we're going to build, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I won't be against it. I'll get right behind it. So this is the thing I was looking at Potter. I was looking at Potter as someone who was going to stabilize it. And that's why I would have got rid of Ten Hag and brought Potter straight in. And that's it.
Nah, 100%, man. 100%, man. Who we got midweek, innit? We got West Ham. No, not West Ham. Sheffield United, innit? Broski. I can't lie to you. I don't even know if I want to go to that game, man. At home. No, home. Sheffield United at home and then Burnley.
When? When's the next game? This week?
Sheffield United on Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah, Wednesday. So we'll have Mandem talk on Thursday, people. But yeah, listen.
I'm up there, for the Wednesday game if I do an outreach in Birmingham.
Okay. Yeah. Come on. You already know. So this is the fixtures we've got left for Man United, right? So we got Sheffield United, then Burnley, Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace will beat us, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, they put up a performance yesterday.
Bro, they put some serious performance. Yeah. Yo, they were balling out, man. I see Mateta and that, bro. Right. Mateta might be better than Hoyland, yo.
I'm telling you.
I'm only joking, but Mateta's, listen. Mateta, bro, what's going on? Then we got Arsenal, then we got Newcastle, then Brighton. Yo, them last 4 fixtures, we might not win. This might be our final week to get wins, against Sheffield United and Burnley. I think them might be the last time we end up getting.
Knows what's good for him. He's in an FA Cup final. We can't finish in the top 4. Yeah, I don't see us finishing in the European position.
Broski, look at this. Look where Aston Villa are, bro. They're 16 points ahead of us. 16. You know how mad that is? I know we've got a game in hand, or we've got 2 games in hand here, but still, though, man.
Doesn't matter. Aston Villa,
man.
Okay, cool. Not the 2 games off. They're still 10 points in front of United at this
10
time.
10 points. Yeah, 10 points. 10.
How's Aston Villa 10?
10, bro. And they got 4 games to go. If 4 games, what's that? 12 points, innit?
How's Spurs 10 points in front of us?
Bro, Spurs, I know. 10 points ahead of us. Same mark games as well. But if like I said to you, even if they bottled it, which by the way, it's not going to happen, but look at the kind of way that these like Spurs can lose, what, three games or something like that? 3 games, bro. Are they going to lose 3 games? They're not going to lose 3 games, bro. So we're not catching them. Newcastle as well. Newcastle, Abrowski, they got easier games than us as well. They got Crystal Palace.
Spurs, Newcastle are Europa League.
Yeah.
And we're 7th in the conference.
Yeah, no. If we win the FA Cup, we get Europa League anyway, regardless.
Okay.
But we get we'll be in Conference League. Yeah.
So we need to drop out. We need to end up finishing 8th or 9th.
I know, bro. That's what they said, We might have to finish 8th. But for United, it's gonna be bad for them, for FFP and that, and for terms of like the
what
money.
I would say, but like you said, I would play the youngsters till the end of the season, and then I'll go all out for the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so true, you know.
yeah, stop trying to rush people back, injuries, all of that. Play the youngsters for the remaining league games
Yeah.
and try to win the FA Cup to get into Europe. But you definitely don't want to be trying to fight for the Premier League, still finish 7th and end up in the conference and lose the
Look
FA
at the
Cup
goal
final.
difference, yo. Bad. Look at the goal difference, broski. Look at the goal difference. We're in the end of April. Fam, how's he not been sacked just by goal difference?
Saeed, yeah, he's definitely getting sacked. If you look at the teams that are on Man United's level in world football, Inter Milan,
Yeah, I know.
Juventus, Madrid, Barca, nobody sits languishing in this position with their manager still going into the job next season.
Bro. Listen to me.
Nobody.
Bayern Munich, yeah, are sacking their manager after winning it last year. Barcelona, Xavi has said I'm leaving after he won it last year.
Come on.
Who else is there that's been kind of like sacked or whatever? There's been managers here that have been sacked for less. Yeah.
Listen, Ancelotti at the start of the season, people talk about he was going to get replaced.
I know.
With
And
all
yet
that he's done.
Yeah. You see that? And that's Ancelotti as well, you know. Ancelotti. It's mad, you know. When you actually do, and also the points as well. We've got 50 points. You know, David Moyes, I think, finished with what did he finish, people? What did he finish with? I think he finished with, let me see here, 2013-14 Premier League table. Yeah, here it is. Premier League table 2013-14. He finished on 64 points. What are we on right now, did we say?
50.
50? No,
Yeah.
we're not on 50.
We're on
What?
50.
This 20, what? Nah, this is crazy. Nah, don't lie to me. Swear down, we're on 50.
Points. What's wrong 50?
Let me go back. So, this is the 2013-14
Spurs
team,
are
yeah?
on 60, ain't they? 10 points in front.
Oh shit, we're on 50. Oh
With
yeah.
Newcastle.
So are we getting them points then?
We're due not to meet. We're due not to match David
Wow,
Moyes.
14 points. Are we getting 14 points?
4 wins.
Yeah, we got 64. 64 in that season.
We need to get 5 wins.
Nah. But to be fair, I'm not gonna put people are gonna put Ragnick's season. You know Ragnick's season? He got
What did he
58.
get?
He got 58. Ragnick's season.
Forget Rangnick.
But
We're
forget
talking about
Ragnick.
David
That's what I'm
Moyes.
saying to you. Ragnick was an interim. What was that season? 20, 21, 22? That season we finished on 58 points.
Yeah.
So he's still got to get 8 points. You know what I'm saying? He's still
That's
got to
3
get
wins.
8 points.
He's got to win 3 games.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
To beat that. That's 9 points. And he's got to win 5 games to beat David Moyes.
Yeah, to beat David Moyes, yeah.
He ain't winning 5 games.
Yeah. What is this Killis you sent me? Oh, yeah. What's this
We're not
Killis
winning
sent me?
5 games. I don't see
Killis,
United
what's
winning
this?
5.
XG. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I see that.
So
XG.
expected points versus actual points. Wow. United, you know. Look at the expected points for United. Look where we are. Oh my God. Oh my days, man. Nah, that's crazy.
That's mad.
Nah, that's mad, you know.
That's
Look
so
where
mad.
we're in.
But
Follow
listen,
them man there.
every United fan would admit that because every United fan says we're punching above our weight. We're so bad. We don't know how
Yeah.
we're still 7th in front of everyone else.
Yep.
We don't know how we haven't had a Chelsea season where we were been in 10th.
But Chelsea, bro, listen. Chelsea play like they don't play as bad football as we do,
Of course
man.
they don't. They don't play bad football like us. They've had bad
Oi.
results.
Bologna 3-1 up. Oh, Thiago Motta's doing bits, you know.
Yeah, Bologna's been on it.
Right. Is that actually true? Yo, 3-1, you know. Oi. That's mad. Zerki has scored twice. No, Zerki scored 1. Zerki scored 1. Right. I like Bologna. Maybe Motta's cooking something, man. Maybe Motta's cooking something, bro.
I've been hearing.
Aye, that is mad, you know. That is mad. But listen, we're gonna wrap it up here, man.
Yeah.
How many likes are we currently on, people, man? Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up, man. We need to get them likes ASAP up. You get me? I think Rance is live for the Inter Milan game. So go over there to Rance Saeed TV raid. You know what I mean? Big up to Rance as always. I'm not doing the watch along. I can't do it. I would have done it, but we got Big Six at 9 o'clock, so I can't be able to do it, man. If it was at 10 o'clock, Big Six, I would have been there. You feel me? But yeah, 552. Big up to everyone here. You get me? New setup, new studio. We're here, man. We just need to get some stuff in the background and that. We need to become like Musa, man. Get the resold, the little flowers. I need to get some flowers and that here. You know the ones there looking a little stylish.
I got a link for the signage. See that? Signage?
Oh, is it? Okay. Who is it? Shout me.
I got it. I'll send it to you. It's a link. They will do your sign. You can plug in. It's clean.
Bro, there we go. I'm there. You get me? Malak Musa got me up there. You know what? I've actually got a United badge somewhere, you know, but I need to find it. But I'll find it anyway.
I've got Saeed. They'll do your logo, whatever it is. They'll do it in lights, and you can change it to any color you want.
Jeez, come on, Musa, come on. With the plug,
like,
come on.
Depending on what platform you're on, Big Six, that you can change the colors up.
Okay, say no more. All right then, but people, I'll be back tomorrow. Watch along, and then I might do a couple of other stuff, but just check out the socials and whatnot. And yeah, man, head up to Rance's channel, Saeed TV Raid. Big up.